ladies and gentlemen, Midnight Launch back, bringing you another indie game discussion. Today, I'm joined by Tim and Jesse, and we're going to be talking about the awesome game, one of my personal favorites, FTL. Guys, let's get started.
Okay.
I'm Tim, by the way.
And I'm Jesse.
We need to start doing that.
A little more.
Oh, boo frickin' who. So you picked easy mode, I see.
Yes, I did pick easy mode because
Filthy.
I wanted more time. I wanted to make it so it was longer. I tried playing normal mode.
Stop. Okay. Yeah.
I tried playing that and I got about 20 minutes and I was like, that may or may not be enough time for us to do what we need to. So I just switched to easy right quick just so that we can have enough time to do this. But
So you did it for the sake of Midnight Launch.
yes, I
That's
did.
what you're saying.
Yes.
You're not normally some dumb player that enjoys easy
No,
game modes.
no, I do play it on normal, and I tried to go through all the flavor text and read it, at least make it so that people who are watching can read this flavor text if they want to.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a little slower than how I normally play. Like I said, I play 20 minutes, and I'm just sitting on the 1, 2, 3 keys, just bouncing them back and forth as I go, because I know what all the flavor text says pretty much. It's kind of repetitive. But yeah, as you can see here, I'm being kind of retarded. I forgot to move my men. They're just kind of standing there.
Oh my god, I
Oh,
hate
there
when
we
I
go.
do that. It's like I forgot to turn my med bay. Son of a bitch.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
So when you look at FTL and you compare it to other games where you control a ship, you know that a ship isn't really a game that you have. Typically, you're commanding a fleet or you're commanding a civilization that happens to have ships. This is sort of, well, I'm certain there are other games that have existed, but this is sort of a game where you really go all in just every single aspect of the ship you control. You control how the oxygen works, you control the doors, you control everything. And
Yeah.
that is something that a lot of games don't give to you, is they don't give you complete control over everything you do.
No.
And
It-
but
this-
sort of the cool thing about this is then because you have so much control over your character in the ship, then everything else is out of your control. And that's sort of like that's something that as a designer you're looking at going, "Oh, that's so cool."
I don't know. This game is entirely about micromanaging. That's how I see it.
Definitely.
It's based around the idea of micromanaging things, and for the most part, it works in its favor here. If we were to do like an RPG, you wouldn't be sitting there doing micromanaging of a person, and that's all you do. Here, it just seems like that's all you're doing is micromanaging every single thing you do. But in an RPG, you're not sitting there micromanaging, and then that's it. You're going off and doing things and doing other things. But here, it's all about micromanaging.
In that sort of sense, it's a very much so a game about strategy in how you interact with it, but on that same end, it's not really. You can only devise so much strategy with a game that can throw you a ship armed to the teeth and then teleport 5 mantis into your ship.
That's
you
just
know?
ridiculous. I hate the teleporting feature, even though it's legitimate. That's the worst part of it, because then you have to take all your crew off, and then you have to. Well, it's just a mess, and not to mention what.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was saying not to mention when they start actually, destroying your O2 system. That pisses me off,
man.
because it's like, well, I have to repair that, otherwise in like a minute my ship's gonna not have any air in it.
And
Let
that
me just say, because I feel bad that I'm not contributing to this conversation at all, I know absolutely nothing about this game.
Oh.
and
All right, well, let's explain it then, because there are people who haven't played this yet.
and that's tragic. This is a fucking amazing game.
It is a pretty
I
amazing.
tried to, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's why we couldn't. If those of you that haven't watched our first indie discussion, the Walking Dead one, FTL was going to be our first game, but sadly, Tim's graphic card couldn't support it, and I recently didn't have a computer that could support it. So I finally managed to get a computer that works with this game, and then we managed to record it. So that was the story behind that. So I do want to explain this game a bit because it is a little overwhelming. Like at first, there's a lot to see
Definitely.
here, and it's a very complex game, but it's incredibly quick once you get going. So
Oh yeah, I can very easily just power through a playthrough in like 15 minutes because I just know how to very quickly navigate the systems, how to purchase, how to travel through the galaxy. And
Exactly.
that's something that not a lot of games really give you the ability to do, is just very quickly navigate your way through if you know how to play it. And certainly those games exist, but this really takes it to a new level.
Yeah. This is the game that it's difficult on its own. It has two difficulty levels, easy and normal, and it's just difficult enough on its own to do it. If you want to do another speed run through it, like you do speed runs through like Legend of Zelda, Pokemon, whatever the case, if you do a speed run through this, you're talking about increasing the difficulty like tenfold, only because you're doing so much at one time, and not to mention your ship isn't exactly designed to be fast. As you can see, we have our weapons charging up right now. If you want to do a serious playthrough, you need to get like 120 credits, quickly buy the pre-igniter, and then just, I don't know. There's a lot
God,
to
that
it.
that pre-igniter is so good. Okay, so we should
is.
we should probably
Okay.
fucking explain this game, yeah?
Yes, we should.
Yeah, I'm
Alright.
still confused.
Okay.
And also, just to clarify, there is an ending to this game.
Yes.
Yeah,
there
It's
is.
not just like keep blowing shit up until you
No.
die.
No,
See,
there's an end.
you're gonna see here, here, wait. I don't know exactly where I am in this system yet. Hold on, let me see. Okay, yeah, so we're about to go to the exit point. These exit points are, you need to get to the exit in every little system. And then as you'll see here, bring up like a separate map that,
You just wasted so much scrap, dude. What the fuck?
I needed to buy fuel. It was like,
No,
or
that wasn't fuel. That was hull.
repair? Oh, if that was repair, then that's fine.
Idiot.
Ah, shush. It's actually cheaper to do it through those random stores than it is through the...
It is, but you wasted so much scrap, dude.
I know. Oh well. Oh, I forgot to explain that. Oh well. So for the most part with this game, you pilot this ship, or you can pilot a number of ships. It just all depends. But this is your basic starting off ship, and
Kestrel.
yeah. And pretty much, as you can see, your layout isn't exactly too difficult to understand. You have your systems of your ship in the bottom part of the map, in the bottom part of the screen. You obviously have your weapons, you have your drones, you have everything that your ship has. Now you can buy and expand these parts, but right now this is the only setup I have. I bought drones at some point because I thought I'd need them. I didn't actually ever use them, but so I ended up selling my drones off at the end. But you can see with the weapons, there's that little red bar that's climbing. That's how long until your weapon is ready to go. And as you can see on the right hand side with the ship in it, you can see I can see their little weapon systems too and where they are, and I can target specific ones, and that's how I attack. Now, being the offensive player that I usually am, I'm always attacking their weapons because it completely stuns them. If you keep their weapons down, they have nothing else to do. They can't attack you in any way, shape, and form. They have to keep getting their weapons going.
Well,
And
I don't like it. I
Why?
don't like this combat system.
Why?
I don't.
That was defensive.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I don't know. I just feel like it almost looks like you're just attacking a menu.
Well,
Graphically, I don't like how it's done.
okay, that's fair enough.
It's definitely understandable, but when you consider the simple nature of the game, it's a very simple art style. The music is beautiful. If you listen to the music, it is some of my favorite music. Oh, you just lost a crew member. It looks like.
Yeah, I did.
It's very simple, but it's very spacey. Obviously, it's a space game, and it's sort of a universal thing. It's simple. It's a very simple interface, very easy, very clean, and the combat sort of reflects that. In that you just target this system, you're attacking that system. Your system goes offline, you can't use the system. There is no really ifs, ands, or buts in the combat. The ifs, ands, and buts are in jumping from area to area.
I just wish that, like, instead of bringing up that little menu with the enemy ship, or the window, I guess you could say, it's not really a menu, it would just, like, push your ship to the left a little bit and have the enemy ship just be, like, on the right, just not in that window.
Well, I mean, you're doing it over a distance, so...
It's over a distance, yeah, because there's a travel time.
You can just assume that the scale isn't there. Like, I don't like it.
Okay. I don't know.
Subjective opinion is subjective opinion.
I personally find this to be a lot faster and nicer than having the ship sit there. I don't know. It's a lot
It's
nicer.
exactly the same.
I
Except
know.
it just wouldn't be in a window.
I know, but this displays more information about it. Like
This,
otherwise,
this,
you'd
this
have
allows
to...
you. Yeah, this allows you to have stuff like you can see their hull, you can see their shields, and eventually, because you have a sensor system that allows you to see into the ship, so you can see individual crew members, and at the final level, you can see power usage, which is ridiculously important for seeing, okay, which weapons are online, are there shields online, is there medbay online, that sort of stuff, which is ridiculously important if you're doing stuff like if you're doing a teleport ship where you teleport crew members.
I can't micromanage that. See, I don't know. I don't touch teleporting because I don't ever use the spacebar. I don't pause the game ever in combat. Because I think if you're doing that, it's like pausing the game in first-person shooter mode, moving your reticule, and then playing the game. It's like...
You're like one of those people that enjoyed Final Fantasy X2, aren't you?
I never played it.
You like it.
I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that I don't like pausing the game, and when you're using a teleporter and fighting a ship at the same time, you have to pause the game. And it's next to impossible to manage it otherwise.
Well, maybe because you don't have enough practice with it.
Well, maybe, but all I know is I tried it once. I tried using a teleporting like crew membership, and I was trying my hardest to keep it going without hitting the pause button. I managed. I took the ship's weapons offline, and then I teleported my crew on there, like my entire ship's crew except for my pilot, and then I forgot I left auto fire on, and then it
my God.
blew up the ship with all my crew in it.
That's
So-
easily one of the stupidest things you could possibly do.
That just
I
completely
do
fucks
like
your game
the
up.
almost like... I'm gonna say this guy's name wrong. Sid Meier's Pirates?
Sid
like-
Meier's.
Sid Meier's.
Is it Myers? Meier's
Yes.
sounds cooler. I'm gonna keep saying it.
Fucking prick.
Sid Meier's Pirates, like, esque feel to it. Like, when situations happen, it kind of brings up that... Like this right here. It brings up this little, like, dialogue where you choose your action.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's one of the really big things that this game was constantly. You know, people always said, "Oh, I love this game for this." It's because you can choose loads of little different things, and as the game goes on, when you get more crew members, you start getting even more options, and you get stuff based on whether you have this system in your ship or if you have this style of weapon in your ship. There are events that if you have a beam weapon, which are some of the most devastating weapons in the game, that you can get loads of extra loot at some situations.
Yeah.
And that's some stuff that when you find that out, you're like, oh, I can keep this in my pocket for later. And so we just saw that map screen there, and that's something that, you know, adds to this dynamic randomness-y, I guess, of the game. Is that every single time you play is new. It's a new galaxy with new system layouts and new individual systems within those layouts, and I just love that so much about this game. The fact that every single time it's a brand new game, pretty much.
That's only because, it's incredibly isn't really incredibly, but it is a permadeath game. You die, you lose this ship, it's gone. You're done. You have to start over from scratch. And I love it. Only because of that reason. If it had a campaign or a story mode, I don't think I'd like it at all. I love how it just is right now. It's permadeath, it's a arcadey kind of style, but it's still gonna take you an hour to play through one set of in order to get to the end. And I didn't even complete the end. I actually died before I could even get to the flagship, which
Fucking
made me
spoiler
kinda sad.
alert.
I know, right? But for the most part, I couldn't. I got to the end mission, and that's where I ended up dying. So that's gonna happen. But once you're dead, that's it. That entire ship, the crew, everything about it, it's gone. You have to start over from scratch with the base components, and I loved that. Like, this was my first game where I can genuinely say I love permadeath because of this game. This is that game because permadeath just works so well in this.
Mm-hmm.
Can someone please explain the map system to me?
Okay, so when you press jump, it opens up this star map. You then choose to jump to one of the connecting sections that you saw. And when you jump there, something will happen or something won't happen. If you jump there and there's distress, then a distress event will occur. And distress events could be something from saving someone and adding them to your crew, to an ambush by pirates to attack your ship, You could jump to a store, which you were just at, and you saw him purchase a weapon. You can sell other weapons. You can purchase repairs and augments, which are very unique little changes to the game. And then you can also get quests, which you just have to jump to that certain star, and you pop there. And then typically it's an ambush because this game loves ambushing you.
Yeah.
And then there are other little augments to the actual stars. There are nebula, which take your sensors offline, and there's lightning storms, which drain your reactor. So you have to really carefully micromanage your systems even more. There are solar flare spots where you're parked over a sun, and constant bursts of fire will happen at your ship, forcing you to put those fires out over and over again. Those things are hell. Like, we just got to
Here
one.
it is. Here's your son. Yeah, there's a that little danger symbol.
Oh
up
my
there.
god! And you're being attacked by rockmen. Ooh.
Yeah. No, the good thing is they
Wait,
stay
how
in
do
my
they-
med bay.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
the best part.
Never mind. I was going to ask how they get in your ship. But
Uh,
I don't know. Does it even explain that?
Yeah,
It
it
does.
explains it.
They usually just teleport from a ship. Oh god. Here comes the fire.
Get out.
Oh wait. Oh
Get
yeah, I do.
out.
I teleport before it happens.
And you get attacked by. Oh no, you still got flare.
Oh yeah. Oh, I still got hit with flames. Damn it.
And so what we just saw you do to deal with those flames is you open the doors.
Yeah.
And this is a huge thing in the game, is your oxygen management. You see in the upper left corner, you see an oxygen meter next to evade, or below evade. And this can be used to do stuff like suffocate enemy combatants out. This could be used to
Wait,
stifle
hold on.
fires.
I'm confused. The upper left corner?
Upper left, yeah.
The hull?
Yeah, it says hull shields evade oxygen.
Oh, shit. It's really tiny in there.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
I see.
And then this is sort of the thing you have to do. So it's right now your ship's on fire. You're still fighting rockmen.
Yeah, I know.
And-
From the last encounter, it's like, oh god, thank gosh I had the ability to kill off that one ship. Otherwise, I would have been screwed.
And that's sort of the beauty of this game, is that where you put your dudes and weapons, you're just gonna put out the fire. Oh, but
Yeah.
you don't door
shit.
control.
Yeah, I realized that. I'm like, oh no, oh no, oh no.
And that's that's one of the most amazing things about this game, is that you have to do all this little micromanagement of every single crew member. Now we saw that the fire in the drone bay just got put out because there was no more oxygen in
Yeah.
there. And
The fire actually does take away oxygen, so
this game is just mechanically a very, very well put together game that I loved playing through, because it's like, is this gonna happen? Oh, it does happen. Son of a bitch.
And now I'm gonna spend the next 5 minutes trying to clean everything up.
Oh god, cleaning up after a big fight in FTL is a mess.
Yeah, usually it is. Usually you'll never get your ship back the way it is, and it just feels wrong for the most part. Oh, we should probably explain that wall, that red thing, on the map screen. You know,
Oh
the
yeah,
giant
so
circle.
the story of FTL.
Which
as
it does
you
have a
could-
plot.
I was actually going to ask that. Is there an overall plot?
The
There
plot is because it's a roguelike and it's a very, very quick, permadeath game. It's a very simple story that's repeated over and over again, and you are delivering vital information to the remaining Federation fleet to defeat the rebels. It's this very important information.
It's like the
So-
opposite of Star Wars.
It's the opposite of Star Wars, exactly. and you're being pursued by this rebel attacking force, and if they catch up to you, there's two levels. There's the lighter one, which is the warning zone. There's the darker one, which is danger. And in warning is where the danger zone is going to be next time you jump. But if you're inside danger, you get attacked by a rebel ship.
It's
which
usually
you
an
can't-
elite level. It's an elite one. It has like ridiculous stats, ridiculous weapons, and everything is next to impossible to kill.
And the thing is, you don't even get a reward for it. You just get like one fuel, so you can get the hell out of there.
Yeah. It's it's not exactly a very good thing to be in that zone, which is why I'm always running all the fucking time. It's an incentive to keep you going instead of bouncing to every system. Because if you were to do that, your game would take hours and you'd be overpowered at the end of it. So it's a nice little balancing mechanic they have there.
Okay, what was going on there with those sectors?
Those sectors
So-
are the mini maps. Every one of those circles represents one of the maps I jump into. There's
Oh, okay.
there's about 10 of them, I think. Is it 10 or is it 12?
It's 8.
8.
It's
Okay.
eight.
Oh, well.
You go through 8, and there's a couple different types. There's Nebula, there's Civilian, there's Hostile. Hostile can be Pirate, Rebel, Rock, and Mantis. Civilian are just
Usually
normally Civilian. There's NG, NG and Voltar. No, that's
Volton, or maybe. I don't know. It's those green guys.
It's the green glowing guys, and then there's Nebula, and then each of those have their own little subdivisions of if it's a race controlled, then it could be either occupied or homeworld, and these are important because different homeworlds allow you to unlock different ships. So like to unlock like the NG ship. I think. Oh, the NG ship you just have to get. NG ship you just get Sector 5.
Yeah.
One of them you have to go there and you have to do a specific event to unlock this ship.
Yeah, usually
and that's,
the Mantis one, the Mantis one, pretty much all of them you have to be in their homeworld for at some point. So I know the Mantis one you need to actually board a ship in order and take it over, and then you unlock that ship.
Yeah, it's captained by Kirjvik or something
Yeah,
like that.
it's
Ridiculously complicated name.
Yeah.
Some Fjordish name.
Okay, I want to cut you guys off for a second.
Okay.
We will be continuing our FTL gameplay this time again next week. Everyone, thank you for joining us. I'm Tim.
I'm
We have
Jesse.
Michael and Jesse. Yes,
Sup?
they can introduce themselves. Sometimes they choose not to, but they're there.
We are here.
See you guys next week.
Toodles!